What's up, Internet? Welcome back to the Nude Pugilist episode 3. In today's episode, we're going to hit up Heide's Tower of Flame. I think we'll fight both the Dragon Slayer and the other dragon guy. I'm just going to reinforce this by 1 because I have the Titanite for it. Didn't pick up the bow. Going to pick up the bow now because why not? Hey, bow. How's it going? And look at all those souls. Better level up a lot. Also, apparently I have a Titan or Estus Flash Shard, so we're gonna up that a bit. This animation takes so long. I didn't want to talk. Oh, no.
It happens to
God, this is worse than being at the Pokemon Center. Do I have another one? No, I don't. Alright. Level up. Here we go. I'm going to put most of the points into Strength and Dexterity. Look at that. Like 20 more attack. And then Endurance. A couple points in Endurance. Actually, I should probably put more points in that into Endurance, because then we have a longer stamina bar. And what are we going to be doing? Punching a lot, so we're going to need a lot of stamina. Confirm. Level up. It's official. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Let's just take a look at the stats again. Yeah, 181 for the primary. Right hand weapon. I'm walking the wrong direction. That should be good. Do the power stance. There it is. If you don't know what the power stance is, I probably didn't explain it earlier. But essentially, when you have two weapons in the same class, such as these, which are both... Hang on, we'll take a look at it. They are both... Oh, sorry, it doesn't say there. Right there, come on, let's go, right there. If they're in the same or a similar category, and you have... I believe it's either 150% of the stats or 200% of the stats, so either 1.5 times the stat requirement or 2 times the stat requirement, you can do a little thing called power stance, which is where you have one in each hand. You press and hold the Y button. Here, I'll do the animation real quick. Press and hold Y. See how the fist raise up a little bit there? It'll do the same thing with, swords, spears, axes, whatever your poison is, or your melee. And then you go into power stance mode, and then using the left side of your controller, the attack buttons, you get the really, honestly, OP attack animations. Like, pretty much for any weapon, you get either multiple hits or just 2 times the damage if you're using 2 weapons at the same upgrade level. So that's power stance in a nutshell. Gotta love that lighthouse. Pretty gorgeous. Moving right along. Okay, our first old knight. See what kind of damage we do against this guy. Stop swinging your sword, asshole. Alright. It's not terrible. I honestly expected worse. Like, much worse than that. So, I will take it. Make sure you hit up this bonfire. First playthrough, did not know it existed. So, I had to go all the way back to Majula every time I died, which, going back to what I said earlier, it was the first playthrough, so I probably died a lot. Let's just be honest. This guy, really annoying. I don't know what it is, but I just don't think I can get his attack animation down, and he always ends up hitting me, and I thought he was dead, and he wasn't. There, now he's dead. Punch you in the dick. That will kill you. He's also generally the first place you get a Sublime Bone Dust item from, which, if you don't know what that is, you can burn it in the Majula bonfire, and it will give you a +1 stat to your Estus Flask, which essentially means it will heal more health than the +0 would. As far as the Estus Flask goes, you can get a maximum of 12 for the quantity, and a maximum of +5 for the strength. Notice when you kill that guy, pops up this lever. We'll just watch the thing over there. Okay, it's taking too long. What it does, you can see in the background, it raises a platform up so you have more space to fight the Dragon Rider. That's his name. I got it eventually. So yeah, it'll give you more space for the Dragon Rider boss fight. which is pretty fantastic because to fight him it requires a lot of, well, rolling or blocking. Obviously rolling for me, because guess what? No shield. Still no shield. Still pretty upset about it. Ow! First hit of the game. At least the episode. I've been hit before in this game. Oh, I just realized, so I could do that really fun intro, I took off 2 rings. So I should probably put those back on. Did not want to be interrupted by the colorful auras. So, anyway, pull this lever. This will raise up the platform, the farthest out platform, giving you the most space to fight the Dragon Rider. I've never done one before the other, so I'm imagining just 1 will raise up the first one, 2 will raise up the second one. Not that they have to be done in a specific order, but that's just an educated guess. Or uneducated. We could probably say that too. I forgot what's in this chest. I think it's green blossoms? Yes, 3 green blossoms. That's cool. There's a NPC summon over here if you feel like you need help with the Dragon Rider. I don't, because, I mean, come on, do you see this build? This is the most elite build I've probably ever had. Ever. Sarcasm is a fun tool. Alright, Dragon Rider, boss fight, go! Alright, he is probably one of the easier boss fights. As you can see, he doesn't have a ton of health. And you really just, if you know the timing and just roll through his attacks, you won't have any issues with him. But with most Dark Souls bosses, you just gotta kind of take it easy. Keep an eye on your stamina, especially if he does a large string of attacks. You don't want to find yourself with an empty stamina bar when he's coming down for a crushing blow. Also, as you notice there, same thing like with the Pursuer, you can absolutely stun lock him after you hit him enough times, or at least break his poise. I'm assuming that's what that's supposed to be. And yeah, I mean, it probably wasn't a record for that boss fight, but damn, son, that was quick. That was a quick boss fight. What we got? 7 minutes into this video, approximately, and he's already dead. That's cool. Gonna skip through her conversation. Essentially, without any spoilers, she sells miracles, and once you finish her whole conversation, she will move back to Majula, where there's a contraption that does not move without her intervening, which of course she charges you. That's right. The faith-based person charges you money for their services. Not going to make any obvious jokes there, just going to let that one lay how it is. Okay, moving along. Now for the Dragon Slayer. So, Dragon Rider, Dragon Slayer in the same area. What? That's crazy. 2 dragon bosses? That's like impossible. Alright, come on, attack me. That's the one thing I found out about this game is you really gotta, like, I don't know, like, bait them to attack you, like, a lot. And I am out of Estus flasks and low on healing items, so try and not die is... I mean, not only not die, but try and, like, win. Especially since I haven't died yet this game, and it makes me look kinda good at it. So, hoping to keep to that for as long as possible. I do have the regenerator ring on, but as we talked about last episode, it heals about 2 HP every 2 seconds, which is a average of 1 HP per second, but you don't actually get the 1 HP per second, you do have to wait the 2 seconds. So, yeah, it's interesting, but we'll just leave that there as well. This guy, final old knight fight. Punch you in the kneecap or in the butt. Punch in the butt will always finish him off. Up, can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make it? Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's right. This shouldn't be possible at all. But it is. Boop. Pull this down. What will it do? Well, it's obviously going to lower that. Give it a second. Be patient. Alright, so dropped the drawbridge, killed all the old knights. We're now at the Cathedral of the Blue, Sorry, there's no the there. What am I talking about? Grab the Ring of Binding and 5 human effigies, which is awesome. The Ring of Binding is a pretty sweet ring. It pretty much cuts the amount of HP you lose every time you die, I believe by half. So if you're prone to dying a lot or a very challenging area, that will cut how much HP you actually lose, which is pretty nice. And now we're on the old Dragon Slayer, which if anyone is a fan of Dark Souls 1, who does it remind you of? Perhaps Ornstein? Yeah, it does remind you of Ornstein. Oh, you hit me. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. The first time I stepped into the boss fog and saw that they brought Ornstein, or at least some variation of him, back into the game, I thought it was pretty cool. I almost wish they brought him in with Smough, just to have the original, like, the Dark Souls 2 boss fight in here, or the Dark Souls 1 boss fight. Like, that was always the boss fight people knew. So it's a little sad they just brought him in by himself, but I can understand, especially since they put him in at such a early area, that it's just kind of how they had to let that happen. I'm running low on healing items, so I hope I don't run out. You know, I'm noticing one thing with the Ceastuses is that you break enemy poise a lot. So I really, like, I've never actually broken his poise like that before. Maybe I'm just using really weak weapons when I fight him. But ow, oh no, oh god, how am I alive? Oh, let me live. Oh, Ornstein, let me live. Oh god, this is scary. I wanted to. Alright. Everything's fine. Everything's a-okay. Just gonna finish that. Yes. I won. You lost. Ornstein. Old Dragon Slayer. You silly goose. I just realized if I hadn't leveled up this episode, I would have been dead there. So, going back to that, happy all around that I did that. And I fought both the boss fights in about 13 minutes. So, wasn't expecting to be that quick about it, but I was. So go me. This guy is a Covenant leader.
Transient B.
He won't let you join until you get a... Let's see, how's this go? Anytime you are summoned as a white phantom and successfully help the master of the world, you get a token of fidelity, which you can use either as a healing item or as access into that covenant and as a covenant item to rank up. Not necessarily to just give out to rank up, there's a whole system with that, but essentially that's the Blue Sentinel Covenant leader. What the Blue Sentinels do are, if they wear a ring and they're in the same area as someone who is a part of another covenant is also wearing their ring, if they're being invaded by a red phantom, the Blue Sentinels will go and assist the master of the world that's being invaded. So, that's that whole story. So it's essentially a big PvP covenant. The kind of other cool thing about that covenant is they have a... I think they call it like the training grounds or something like that, but it's a PvP arena system if you're a part of their covenant as well. So, I've only done it a few times because I am not good at PvP at all. But it seems pretty cool, honestly. I normally don't join the Blue Sentinels or the other... I definitely don't join the other covenant, because if I'm being invaded, I would prefer to at least try to hold my own. So, that's that. Obviously, I mean, we can't just have an episode this short, so I'm going to go... I think I'll make it to the next bonfire. I'll go back to Majula. I'll level up. And we'll call that an episode, though I should really rest here to recover my Estus flasks and the durability on my Ceastuses. I don't know why I did that. I'm never going to be able to have spells, probably. Unless I do that Pyromancy Flame thing, which I'm still considering, which I will be getting after this area as well, so I guess I should make a decision on that shortly. If you run back here, there's just a Monastery Charm, which they're cute little items that heal your poison status and your HP. Very, very slow usage on those Monastery Charms. Do not use them in the heat of battle at all. 10 out of 10 would not recommend as an in-battle healing item, just based on how slow they are. Why won't it lock on? Lock on. There we go. Man, I was like 2 feet away from him and it would not lock on. That's great. Punch in the groin. Your balls are my bitch. Or my fists. I guess my fists. At this point, I might as well consider my fists their own sentient beings, and I'm just their master. My arms are their leash as I unleash my dogs of war on the old knights. And that was probably one of those random statements I've made all series. Don't know where it came from, just decided to throw that out there. Yeah, you go ahead and attack that wall. I bet it's feeling the hurt. You look like you're big and strong, and you are just beating the crap out of the wall. And now you're dead. C'est la vie. Elevator. So, what to talk about on the elevator? Could sing a song, could talk about the game, could look at my ugly face, kind of. But luckily none of that will be necessary, because look, we're at the bottom. There we go. Lovely. And it's flooded, so Heide, you better call your plumber. See if Mario's available, because this is flooded quite a bit. I hope I'm not walking around in someone's doo-doo, because their septic system it flooded. I'm good with words, I swear. Sometimes I know what I'm talking about, and how to use some words once in a while. Pick up item. Knight's armor set. Can't wear that. There's no reason for me to even come up here, because I can't wear armor. I think this guy dropped an item, I just kind of ignored it. He did. Amber herb. Can't use that either. This run is just going to be full of disappointment, because I'm going to pick up beautiful items, I'm going to look at them, and I'm going to whimper as I realize I can't use them. God, sad day. Man, alright at the next bonfire. Wow. This definitely did not take as long as I thought it would, so I guess we'll just call that a short episode. Or should we keep going? How long will it take me to get through No Man's Wharf? I mean, it couldn't take that long, could it? No. No, I don't think it will. I'll go through No Man's Wharf. If it starts going a little long, I'll just call it in the middle, and we'll go from there. I don't know why I didn't go spend these souls, just gonna run around, no armor, and 40,000 souls on me. Seems like a smart idea on my part. Oh god, no. So No Man's Wharf is definitely an optional area of the game. There's not a whole lot of unique items this way. Essentially, if you do want the Pyromancy Flame, that's kind of the reward for clearing this area, is to have that catalyst, versus later in the game where you can get the Dark Pyromancy Flame. If you're wondering what the difference between the two is, essentially the Dark Pyromancy Flame scales with loss of humanity. So essentially, the more undead you are, meaning the more times you've died, the more damage it will do. So it scales based on that. And it also has a S scaling automatically in the fire stat. While the regular Pyromancy Flame has an A scaling, but doesn't have any additional scaling with it. So essentially to get that S rating, you'd have to reinforce it up to the plus 10 catalyst that it could become. So that's kind of the difference between the two Pyromancy Flames. I thought the dark one was better just because it has that S scaling, but again, that is with Loss of Humanity, not based solely on just the scaling. I'm going to check if I have I do have a Ferrous Lockstone, so I think I'll use that here, because what you can do is set off that giant chandelier, and it will cause these things to run away scared because they don't like fire and or light. Which is great because this early in the game, those enemies do a ton of damage, plus if they hit you twice, which me with no armor, it may only be once, but I for sure know if they hit you twice, oh great, I got hit by oil, so if I get hit by fire, I'm going to die. Because explosions. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, me, no armor, they do 2 hits, cause bleed. What the bleed status does to you is it tears down, I think, half your HP, and then cuts off your ability to heal. So it actually reduces your max health as well as your current health, and then from there it also makes you move slow for the duration of its. Well, it builds up and then I guess builds down, or as long as the meter's draining. After you build up bleed, you'll move at a handicapped rate. Oh god, I don't want to get between the two of you. Alright. Gonna heal. Low on health. Yum yum yum. I got hit by a lot of oil, gasoline, whatever that is, the black stuff. So if I get hit by something with fire, it's going to explode. And he shoots fire arrows, so not going to go over there yet because I'll be very vulnerable. I like how these guys are sleeping when you get in here. Excuse you. Oh, I can't break the table with a roll. There. Alright. Hello, good sirs. Welcome to my shop. How can I help you? Oh, okay, this is a robbery. No. No, my mommy warned me about robberies. That's bad. The bad men do the robberies. Or the men from Payday. But are they the bad guys? Who knows? I don't even know. I don't play that game. Open the chest. God, I hate how long that animation is. Alright. Stuff I can't use. I should just stop opening chests, realistically, because they're just a huge disappointment. Especially because half of them, at least, I still know what's in them. So, yeah. Huge, huge, huge disappointment. You, sir, with the fire arrows, you can stop. You, sir, hiding back. Oh, there used to be a guy hiding back there. Don't know where he went. Little scary, but for the most part, I'm fine. Okay, now we're going to set off the giant torch. Here we go. Better watch this, actually. Oh, got hit by an arrow? That's where he went. I knew he wasn't gone. And you even ruined the whole lighting of the torch thing. I wanted to watch that. So rude. Just the undead cannot just give you a minute to do what you gotta do. Look how pleasantly bright this is. It's much nicer than the dark, dank caves. Okay, so see, all those guys went in that building there. I'm not going to go in that building there, because they're all in there. The only thing of importance over there is you can see through the window up there, the guy drinking. He's the only character in the game that will sell you, purchase your items from you. So it's the only way you can sell items to make souls off of them. And I guess now I decided, what the hell, why don't I give this the old college try? There's just so many in here, and it's not easy. Ow. On the bright side, it does look like it'll take at least 2 hits from them to make me bleed, but I don't think I actually have the durability on these on these cestices to go through with this and the rest of the area. So I'm going to leave that alone for now, and I'll come back to it if I can. Where are we at? Oh, we got time. So I think I'll just try and make it as close to the boss fog as I can, and call that an episode. Since there are already 2 bosses in this episode, why would I make it 3? That's just... that's not even distribution of my resources. So you pull that lever, that boat lights up, and the ship comes into port. The bosses... The boss, it's not bosses, even though there's 2 bodies, kind of. The boss is on that ship, so you need to call that to fight him. How am I going to do this? Can I do a falling attack on you? I could, if I hit. Can't, oh god, bleed. Alright, yeah, so as you can see there, the bleeding tears down your HP a lot. It's also lowered my max HP, and I was super slow. As you can see, my movement speed was reduced as well. So, that's bleed. I hate it. It sucks. Can I just get away from you? Oh, no! Oh. Oh, God. Oh, that was scary. Whew. I'm alive, though. That's all that matters. Okay. So many scary moments from this episode so far. These guys, if you have a ranged weapon, it actually works really well to like knock them into these pots of poison. So you can see the green in there, so it's poisonous, and they'll just die slowly of said poison. So if you have a ranged weapon of some sort, or something with more knockback than some fists, would recommend doing that. It's just an easy way to kill them. Also, Hulk Smash. Break that wall. Are you kidding? Smack. There we go. Alright. Crystal Lizard. Got Titanite Shard. Large Titanite Shard. Some souls. Good stuff. I think this is the Ring of the Soldier, which gives you a increased... what's that called? Oh, I'm forgetting. The amount of weight you can carry, essentially. So... that's a really nice ring, honestly, if you're not naked and have 2 fists where you actually need equipment. But guess what? That's just not me. That's not how I roll. I'm naked and have 2 fists. Oh, chest. Grab another large Titanite shard and whatever the hell's in here. I don't remember. Fire bombs. Alright, I'll take it. I'll allow it. Kill this guy. Or let him kill me. That would be bad. Okay, so he's dead. And I'm going to activate the shortcut, and I think we'll call that an episode. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good episode. So yeah, shortcut comes out to here. We get a nice view. Let's get a nice view. There we go. Beautiful view. Alright. That's the end of the episode. I will see you guys for episode 4. Bye!